we'll go. Well, did you
Nice.
guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Well,
And it
that's
gives me the option to continue or not.
yeah, that's cool. So it gave you guys the option.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. So, so I sent you guys just a little bit of an agenda that we can go over. Did you get that?
Yes.
Perfect. Um,
Um,
and uh,
did you email it?
I'm sorry,
Did you email it?
I emailed it. Yeah, I can put it up on the discussion.
Why my emails are not coming through?
Let me put it up on the
Hmm.
discussion board just real quickly.
Let's see.
I should have done that anyway. I apologize about that, but I thought, well,
Oh,
maybe
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm almost there. Let me do that. And I'm adding it right now. Agenda. Okay. Okay, I just submitted it. And let me know if you get it.
Okay.
Tiffany, how have you been? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was in the transformational psychology class this last block that ended this Sunday, and
Yeah.
I got an A. So yay,
Hey,
down to
all
one
right.
class
Wow.
at
That's
a
great.
time.
Yeah. Great, great, great. That's good. And one day we'll be all finished with this, and
Right.
then maybe some of us will head on to doctorates. I don't know about that. I'm probably getting too old for that, but at least.
So did you guys start with your master's, or is it like the bachelor's with the emphasis?
It's a dual degree for me. Yeah, my background was in ministry, and so and I went to Louisville Bible College back in the South, but then just through a process of things in my life and other stuff that I've lost a few people to suicide and different things like that, and I've had a lot of people approach me for counseling. I just didn't feel prepared. I mean,
Yeah.
I felt prepared just because of experience, and I have scripture, but I didn't know techniques or I mean,
Mhm.
so I felt that it was real important to go back and try to figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And so
Cool.
anyway, but
Did you put that on the discussion board or on a file exchange?
file exchange. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just let me know when you have it. I'm sorry.
I got it now.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, we have the interview tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the interview. You guys don't have to do any of that, and I'm going to record it, and then I'll
Okay.
get it to everybody to watch. And very gracious lady here in Fort Collins that has her own practice, and she's an LPC, but she's also a clinical family therapist as well. So I may ask her a few questions on that just to throw that in there.
Yeah.
If she's willing to do that. And so we're going to be doing a Zoom interview. She prefers that a little bit more because of COVID, and that's perfectly fine. And so we're going to be doing that tomorrow at 11:30 Mountain Time, and so I'll have that tomorrow. But I just wanted to go over the questions that we have, and just really choose the ones that we think we really want to ask. And then I'm a little confused, and so I want to ask a couple of questions just for clarification personally. Um, and so if you want to go, let's go through these questions, and I'll pull mine up here real quick. Tiffany, do you mind reading these out?
Yeah, not at all. So the first one is, how did you find the placement for your internship in order to gain licensure hours?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah,
feel that was a good
yep.
question to ask?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I agree.
Okay.
Is your clientele generalized to all types or specialized? How do you use outside counseling networks to put in place a treatment plan for your clients?
Mm-hmm.
That addresses.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you strictly use one counseling method or use multi-model counseling methods? Why?
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that one?
I like that.
Yeah, I think maybe that one could be just kind of towards the end because she
Okay.
might already address that, I think, in some of the other ones.
Okay. I'm making notes as we go.
Cool.
Okay.
When you deem it best to refer another client, how do you handle the transitions and aftercare of the client?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one kind of speaks to the ethical
Ethical portion of it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do the mental health networks play a role in addressing continuum of care related to inpatient, outpatient, aftercare, or what does the process look like from a client transitioning from outpatient care to inpatient and aftercare regarding mental health networks?
Wow.
That one's kind of a mouthful. I think I
Yeah.
made that one, and it
Okay.
addressed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I did address it all.
Yeah.
Is there a way to pare that a little bit down?
Yeah, well, in my mind, that was kind of a summary, kind of like how do the mental health networks play a role in addressing continuity of care related to inpatient care? And oh, what about outpatient?
I see what you're saying.
And then oh, after, and then oh, well, what does it look like if when they're transitioning? Is that, what I mean? Like to kind of
So how do the mental health networks play a role in addressing continuity of care related to inpatient? What about outpatient? And how about aftercare? Or what does the process look like from a client transitioning from outpatient to inpatient, aftercare, and so on?
right. And
yeah,
some
so
of that she might kind of answer for you before you even ask it.
Yeah.
Just,
That's more of a summary question. I got it.
yeah.
Okay. I understand. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I kind of did that like really
Well,
fast.
no, it's okay. We all know what we mean when we type, and it's good to hear it so that way I can digest it a little bit. Okay, we'll go to the next one there.
In your experience, do you see that different approaches to psychology attract different areas of ethical concerns? If so, please explain. If not, the next question. That kind of, I thought that one might help me with the ethical portion of my slides.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, in your experience, do you see the different approaches to psychology kind of
Or we could say different models
okay,
that might be better than approaches.
psychology attract different areas. So in other words, it hits certain areas of ethical concerns when you're using one therapeutic model. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So like that strategic, or what was it? Structure.
Yeah.
That one that I read about this last week, was saying that the counselor chooses whether to give them a directive that they want them to follow or give them a directive that they don't want them to follow. And that's like a kind of a tricky thing. Like you do that to the wrong person and they're like, that person's a quack. I'm not going back.
Well, I remember reading that in our
Me
session.
too.
I thought, okay, so you're using as for what we used to call reverse psychology, right?
Mhm.
You tell them what you don't, you tell them in a way that makes them want to do the opposite. Yeah, which is weird. I thought so.
Yeah, I just thought so. Then yeah, and that's kind of an approach to do different ones and kind of see what she says in her experience. If possible, please tell us the most difficult ethical dilemma you encountered or witnessed and how the situation was handled, or what advice do you have in specifically handling ethical dilemmas?
Yeah, I love that question. Okay, cool. All right.
What benefits do you see from yourself or other professionals in having a membership with a professional organization such as the American Counseling Association membership?
That's a good one. Okay.
In a survey.
Y'all are good at coming up with questions. I pulled blanks.
Oh, that's all right.
I did. I was, oh.
They're kind of questions I just kind of had, I guess, or things that struck me I didn't know the answer to or something. In a survey, many counselors feel that bartering for counseling services is unethical. What do you think?
Okay. What do you guys think about that question?
I think that could go.
Okay.
I think that's my third ethical one.
Okay. All right.
So,
the next one, Sarah,
I'm not worried about that one because I pulled that up and learned that this week. So
okay. So we'll get rid of that
Yeah.
one. Okay, go ahead.
Get rid of that one.
Okay.
What is the average number of therapy sessions an LPC spends with a client?
Okay.
You
Okay.
might add on to that one might be a good question after the approaches, because there's a difference between the methods.
Right. Depending on the method determines maybe the number
Yeah,
of,
if it's short-term or long-term care.
okay.
Let's see. How does an LPC determine when the client is well and can manage life mentally and emotionally on their own?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, and that one could almost, that's a good follow-up for the one before too.
Mhm.
What is your method of aftercare?
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yep.
I think it might kind of be in the other one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so
that's
too.
kind of
The other one that was addressed almost
Yeah,
the same
kind of
way.
combined it with a bunch of other ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
What historical founder in the field of counseling do you most adhere to and why?
That was one of mine.
Yeah, it goes to your history, and that's a good one. You know, I know I like Adler.
Yeah, I'm an Adler fan. That's one of the most I adhere to, but okay.
Yep. In reflecting on your professional journey, would you be willing to share what inspired you to choose counseling as a career? I think that's a good one. I think that should be one of the first ones, kind of like an icebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you please explain the varied therapeutic approaches that you employ with your clients and why you
It's
feel
almost
these
the
are the
same
most
as that other one.
effective?
Yeah, that's almost kind of like which one is it?
Up towards the top.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Would that be with?
Oh yeah, in your experience, do you see that different models or approaches to psychology track different ethical? No.
No.
No, not that one.
I could've swore we did.
Oh. We
Grandma's
where is
tapping on
it?
the window behind me. Which one?
Oh,
was-
that one. Do you strictly use one counseling method or use multi-model counseling methods?
Yeah,
Why?
so those. Okay, hang on. Let me highlight that in red. Okay, I'm going to highlight the same questions kind of in red. That way I know.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think that's a judgment call. However, you feel more comfortable asking that.
Okay.
I mean, I think the answer's going to be along the same lines.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As you look to the horizon in the field of counseling, do you see any new therapeutic techniques that you find interesting and worth further investigation?
I like that one.
That is a good one. I think that's a good kind of ending one too.
Okay. I'm going to put that towards the end. Okay.
What advice can you offer LPCs that you wish someone would have given to you?
Maybe that could be. I don't even know if that's a good question or not.
It is. I think you're right. I think it should be. You're going to say final.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good deal. Okay.
One thing is we have a lot of like what's and woods and stuff, and I've been I transcribe a lot of forensic interviews, and a good way to word things to get people to talk about it is if you tell me about.
Tell me about. Okay.
Tell me about, and in this case is more relaxed. So share with us. But instead of actual questions, like it's a direction,
Gotcha.
and it's more in your afflection of your voice. That's the question. So tell me about that, and it goes up, but it's a statement.
Right. Okay. Here's so we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe 16, because 2 of them are close to being the same questions. The question I have, when I was going through this, I thought I had a difficult time digesting and actually really trying to figure out how to ask them about the history of psychology, because I don't want them to have to delve into, at least from my perspective, I was like, I can go and find data on counseling history.
Right.
So I didn't know what your thoughts were on all of that. And
My thoughts, and as far as integrating it into the slideshow, just having, I think you nailed it. What historical founder in the field of counseling, you could ask that question and she could answer it and then do your history slide.
okay.
Yeah,
no, that's a good segue into it.
Yeah. And then and what inspired you, you might get some more history there.
I may have another question or something I can think
and
tomorrow.
if you can take out another ethical one, I think I got good ones.
You got,
I kind of was
you
just
guys all do. Yeah.
going for 2. Like I only have one question for one of mine. It's or well, maybe that's within the same thing. I have to do programs and ethical. So I have the program part and the ethical part.
I think if we get one answer, at least for each particular area, we can springboard off of that. You think?
Yeah. I think that's a good point. I think if we have too many, it might throw off
what we're trying to do.
The PowerPoint. If she's talking for 5 minutes before one or something.
Hey guys, this is a 42-minute interview. So hopefully it wouldn't be that, but okay. Well, thank you for I didn't want to take a lot of your time, but I definitely wanted to do this as a team. And as far as slides go, how's everybody doing on that?
I haven't started. I've actually kind of been waiting for the interview to kind of
see what either.
Well, I kind of want to see what she says, and then I think that will impact what I do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And then the questions that we have
started.
You have?
I did. I didn't click on them, but I saw them.
Yeah.
Actually, they might still be up, and I'll put them up for. I did see that they were pretty.
Yeah. I like it. Pretty is good.
Yeah. Share screen.
So August the 6th, we need to be doing our as far as the let me pull back up here. The group interview. Is that right? August the 6th?
I didn't bring my notes.
Yeah, I think it was August 6th.
Mine has froze.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's kind of why I wanted to go over the due dates, because
I
don't really remember.
Yeah. Were we going to pull up the presentation or?
Yeah, I have it. I clicked the share screen button.
Okay, hang on. I think maybe I need to let you share screen. Give me 1 second here.
Hey guys, I may lose you. I'm gonna have to go plug up, so my computer's getting.
Okay. It got dark there in the last 20 minutes.
It did fast. Well, it's wet out here. It's been raining, so it's kind of. Oh, hey, I'll stay out here. He's watching the game. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, there, it's working. Okay. No, you're fine.
All right, now there we go. Let's see.
So.
And for some reason, Tiffany, my link won't open. Would you be able to resend me the link?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I never closed mine. That's why it's still there. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I get the link. Do you see where?
Yeah, let me pull.
Is it just up here?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if it had a certain,
You can just email me that.
yeah. Get you real quick. Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Bam.
Awesome. Well, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's great. So let's look at those.
Oh,
slots.
this is the wrong PowerPoint. This is
Oh.
this is the one I just made. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that's a good. It's great.
Thanks. Oh, it's up here. The little Zoom thing's in my way and I can't see. There we go. Okay. I think that looks great. Just
Yeah, it does. Oh, look at that.
oh, is that the photo?
Yeah. So
Right
you-
there. Did you cite the photo there in the corner?
It
She sure
is.
did. Good job for citing that photo. Awesome.
Nice. I honestly, do you cite the stock photos?
Yes,
you should,
I
yeah.
cite everything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you might have to help me with that because
Will do.
I didn't see how to do that on my last one, but I didn't lose any points.
Isn't it funny that some professors are like, oh, and then others are like, oh, you know?
The ones that go through the references and like if like the article, the rest of it's italicized, but not the article,
No.
like number.
Right.
It's like,
I remember my communications professor, and I've been preaching for years, and he was like, well, you didn't say this, and man, I was just like, oh, I was devastated, you know? I was like, I do this for a living. No. Anyway.
I did.
Struggled with it. Took a speech class. I'm already doing it now because I have a problem with stuttering.
Yeah.
When I get nervous, so I did that to try to break myself out of that shell. And y'all, my grades I've always kept mine like a 4.0. You know, nothing's ever gotten below a 93. And
Yeah.
I did terrible. I mean, I passed. It was a B, which is to me is bad, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
I
know,
get it.
Oh,
man.
struggling.
I
I
was
get it.
I took the speech class and I did. I barely pulled out an A, and the professor told me that was very hard to do. And,
I got an A minus,
ah,
and I was.
Hey,
I
y'all
know,
both
I
did
was
better
like,
than me.
that one was funny. He told me that I was kind of stiff, and it's because it was wintertime and I was in our shed away from the kids that was cold,
It's
and I had to
cold,
take
yeah.
off my coat
Yeah.
to do it. And he's
Yeah.
like, "You were kind of stiff," and I'm just like, "I was
Right.
freezing."
You know, I thought, okay, but and
Okay,
you just
so
go through it.
anyway,
You go through it. You know, we'll all get there. So,
yeah.
this looks great, Sarah. Good job.
Yeah, I think
Thank you.
we could make this.
I have
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Did we lose her?
Sarah, are you there? We may have lost. Oh, Sarah,
Are you there?
There you are. Are you there?
I can hear you now.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I don't even remember now. Oh, yes, I do. I have notes because I remember you saying something about less on the screen, like less writing. So I have it wrote out so I can just pretty much say it. But I had a hard time with that next
You-
one trying to
you
do
just-
that because I have to cite my information.
Yeah,
Do you
some
see
of
this
it.
button right here that I just clicked?
Where I may have you covered with the
Oh.
other. What button was that?
There's this notes button right here, and that's where they go.
And they
so
can
like
see that.
in this one I just made, see, I got notes. You can pull them up and down.
Hmm.
So you can
Yeah.
see that they're
Yeah, they're
That's-
I
kind of.
just had my notes in a Word document.
yep.
That
So
way, I don't know. I guess because that's how I've always done it.
yeah, that's how I did it too, and then I just copied and pasted them.
Yeah,
in
I when I first ever did that, I thought, oh my gosh.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about the recording of it. So our voices and stuff, would it be easier to do it on a Zoom, or would it be easier for us to do a voice overlay and send it to you with our parts?
Either way, it might be better if we
Okay.
do it on a Zoom. The only reason is that we can kind of there like Tiffany was talking about inflection, different things that we can segue into it, and we can go from
Mm-hmm.
we can almost have a script. You know, we go from one person to the next to the next to the
Right.
next.
Okay.
We know what slide. We can actually even follow a slide as we go through and
Yeah.
record it. Yeah, if we could.
Okay.
So is this a photo?
Okay. So yes, that's how I imported it on this one, just because I do them through Canva. And then normally I can just like download it to a PowerPoint. But because this is a shared document, I decided just to download it as a picture and then
Right.
put my picture on the slide. That
Right.
way,
I was
it's
just
not messing up what we have going.
right. I just think it's a good opportunity to use animations. As
Mhm. I know, and I thought about that, but because I downloaded it this way, and I could try to go do it the other way.
well,
Yeah.
I think it's great either way. I mean, it looks great.
Because I
Um,
would prefer to be able, like, when I hit on the master's degree, or that way I can pop that up.
Mhm.
Each word can pop up.
Yeah.
You know what we could do,
But
just as a suggestion, once we get the slideshow done, we could go through it together and be like, okay, if somebody's really good about, hey, let's change this to an animation, or let's do this, or let's do that.
Mhm.
That could be something we could do too.
Yeah,
before
and
we-
kind of help each other on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because I'm
Oh yeah,
pretty.
I'm all here to hold hands through this, man, because I'm I want
Yeah,
we're
I
team.
like the animations parts of it. Like on
I
this
do too.
one, it's not. You can still see this, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way through it, I think. Oh. Are Zooms limited by minutes?
They are, but they should
I
8 o'clock, but we should
on
have
the
an hour.
next Zoom, I have unlimited through my so if we have to on the next one, if you let me know, if I log in as the host, I can do it for free. So
That's perfect. Yeah, mine is
Nice.
limited. It's free version. And it's 1 hour. We should still have time here. It's only 7:30.
okay.
Oh, okay. It just popped up that. Oh, okay.
Huh.
Okay.
Maybe there's a
But
time
yeah,
limit on
see, I'm kind
recording.
of big on the animations.
Yep.
This is the one I wanted to show you.
Sorry.
Oh, how many? It didn't tell me the minutes. Let me. It
Just
just said
told
that
us
you
that
could.
the host added or something like that.
Yeah, it said that I thought it said that you upgraded it.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe it did it on its own.
Stop sharing. I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. We'll just schedule a time to go through.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're
I
great.
lost it.
You're great. So as far as the next part on the agenda is review and discuss the upcoming group interview. We originally had that to be done by August the 6th. That was our time frame. So we're all contributing to, what was it? 4 questions, or was it 3 questions or 4? I can't remember.
It was a minimum of 2.
Okay. Based on
And then that's what we had to ask each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And these are now.
And that's based on what? Go ahead.
That was my confusion. Is it based on the areas that we're researching, or is it based on anything? What is it based on?
And that was where that was vague. It was just 10 questions that we needed to answer. So
Okay.
my point through the crazy text messages was we should base them on questions that we can answer,
Okay.
basically. So
That's
I was
what
thinking,
That's what I thought
yeah,
you were saying. Like if we came up with our own questions for what we're doing our research on.
researching. Yeah, so that we know we can get the answer.
Yeah.
So I was just
We just need
afraid
to
someone was going to ask me something that I wasn't going to be able to like figure out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. Be like, I don't know. That is a deep psychological question. How do you feel about that? I mean, so yeah. So should we just submit our questions that we want asked to ourselves?
Well, and that was kind of why I was waiting
Somebody
for
else
this
just picked the
interview,
first
because I
question.
do want to be able to tie in the questions to what she's saying,
Okay.
because she's going to give us answers.
Yeah, that we can maybe play off of.
Yeah, and then
okay.
maybe dive deeper into what she's saying or use
Yeah.
examples to what she's saying.
Okay.
And I just think it would be more cohesive
Yeah, I agree.
having that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was apologize for being a little bit confused on, but this one seemed a little vague to me. Sometimes I was like, I thought the questions that we were asking was based on asking the LPC to begin with,
Right. Yeah.
and then I thought, well, what questions are we going to ask one another? Because honestly, I can't ask about your experience. We don't have any.
And the thing is I don't really think it changes the slides.
Yeah.
Because
no, it's separate, almost even separate from the slide.
Yeah, so it reminds me of Jeopardy.
Yeah, and my question is then, how do we record that and send that to her? Do we write it up as a document? Do we?
No, I just think that was. I think the requirement to each do the questions was that we all just needed to contribute. Not one person could take over having that be a criteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do think we need to go, I think we should do what we're doing here, come up with our questions for ourselves or whatever, and then, watch the video and talk it through, or watch it separately, write our questions down, and then come together and do the same thing, read them. Does this flow?
I guess what I'm asking, Tiffany, is does that become a part of our presentation?
No.
Questions we ask for each other?
Oh.
So if
like an interview format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think so. I think so. So Sarah, what are the licensing requirements?
Yeah, and that this would be a recording that we would send to her.
And then she clicks on it, and
and that's when I would go into like my slides and tell them.
I got you. So the slides that were coming up are based on the questions that we're asking one another.
Yes.
And okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying, coming up with it, like, what do we want to be asked, but to introduce our slides.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. Wow. I was pretty dense on that one.
No, that's okay. But it is confusing with I really like to follow the criteria of everything, and this one was a lot of interpretation.
Yeah, it sure was. So how are you guys enjoying the professor? I enjoy the interacting we have with her. And boy, she's quick to grade, which is good. She gets that done pretty fast.
I like that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
but I've never had one grade me before Sunday on a discussion.
Yeah, me too.
Because she gave me, I guess what do you want to call it, a 100, and I hadn't even commented on anybody.
Me neither, and I didn't, and I'm scared that she's gonna take away part of my grade.
That's
I expected you.
Wait a minute, so I'm adding more in, and I'm like, okay, and it's over with, and because I couldn't get any feedback from some of the counselors that I called, so I put that in my discussion. She's like, yeah, just keep reaching out to them. I think she is I like her style because she's more concerned about the thought process and us being interacting and really trying to figure it out and kind of flesh it out. That is what I think that she's kind of grading on, not so much about the full content. it's the fact that
Right.
we're interacting and we're doing what we need to do and all of that. But I think it's great. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think she's just more about what we're learning
Mhm.
than how we're presenting it, which is really nice. And I hope that it continues this way, because I do feel like we're kind of being treated more like adults
absolutely, this time
with jobs.
finally,
Yeah.
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 It's well, okay, well, good deal. Well, what I'll do then is so by then August 6th is the deadline that we set to begin with for the having the questions and things. I'll have that interview done, and as soon as it's recorded, I'll just throw it out there so you guys can watch it, and then we can come back and dissect it, and then we can start putting in all the things we need to do. And does that sound okay?
Yeah. And if that video takes a while cutting that up or whatever, I can help you with your slides.
Perfect. And I'll probably throw it out on either YouTube or Vimeo or something like that. And I'll throw you the links. So
Nice.
cool.
Sounds good.
Well, you guys are great. I just wanted to stay in contact, and I know we're all busy. We have busy things going on time, but I just wanted to make sure we were doing what we needed to do. And
Ooh, you can send the video to Rebecca.
I'm going to. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
gonna. Then she can be right up on. Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Yeah. Hey.
But all right. Well, thanks so much, guys, and you have a great night and enjoy your camping.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Our
Bye.
last night.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.